Golfers of YouTube, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to basically be talking about a very standard way to get out of bunkers. I see so much on YouTube of, you know, get steep, put the ball on your front foot, do this, do that, and it just doesn't work for people. You know, it might work for a handful of people, but you've got the rest of you going, I don't really understand what that means. So I'm going to make it very simple. All I'm going to do is, it's kind of the way that I kind of teach, you know, whether it's a 40 handicapper down to a scratch handicapper, it'll kind of be the same routine, but depending on their skill level will depend on, you know, how involved you can actually get with talking about mechanics. Super simple. All I want you to do is kind of stand in the bunker, you know, doesn't matter anything, and I just want you to swing. Super simple. You know, so you can see there I've got kind of the same kind of thing, and that's kind of at the middle of my stance. So now we know that, what we're going to try and check is when we kind of we call this like the cross check. So when we now put, you know, let's make like a tic-tac-toe kind of thing, or a load of H's, and put that line wherever you think you're impacting, okay? So again, I've got it middle of stance. So just slightly forward. On it perfectly. On it perfectly. So super easy kind of, you know, there's no, oh, you've got to do this, you've got to do that. If you're back on your back foot, you're back on your back foot. If you're on your front foot, you're on your front foot. So now all we do is we introduce a ball, and this is done very quickly to kind of, you know, for the video purposes, but I would say do this probably like 20 times with the cross check, and do, you know, make your swings about 30 times, see if there's any kind of regularities going on there and consistency in where you kind of enter the sand. And as soon as you kind of find that, all you then want to do is throw the same line 1.5 inches behind the ball and do the exact same shot. And that should realistically massively help you get out of the bunker. You know, it's nothing, it's not going to get you close, don't get me wrong. So obviously when I'm teaching a, you know, kind of a lower handicap, we'll kind of talk more on, you know, ball position, positioning of body weight, positioning of swing mechanics, you know, whether we want to hit like a draw shot or, you know, trying to get some steep depending on what kind of sand we're in. It does get a lot different, but for, you know, your 30 handicapper who's really just struggling to find consistency, and even seeing them down to like as low as 5, really finding that consistency struggle of getting out of the bunker every time, all you've got to do kind of is find where you're hitting that, you know, kind of set up so now the ball is, you know, probably 1.5 inches through past my middle of my stance, and then commit on that. And that's just the easiest representation of, you know, how to get out of the bunker. As long as you can hit the same point over and over again in the sand, there should be no issue of you getting out. You know, if you need to, pick a 58, if you need to pick a 54, pick a 50. You know, if lower loft helps you get out of that bunker consistently, then do it. Don't, you know, just because all the pros use their 60 degree on the front foot, you know, does not mean that you have to do that, you know, because obviously they're playing this game 7 days a week. They're playing this game for 10 hours a day, you know, and they'll be in the bunker for probably an hour of that. And all they're kind of doing is repeating that motion. Their bodies are that attuned to kind of hit that same spot over and over, is they can move their body. They can, you know, dynamically change what they're trying to look for. They might try and hit like a slice out the bunker, and then they might try and hit a hook out the bunker. You know, so again, don't worry too much about the logistics. All you're trying to do is just get out of the sand, you know, don't take any more shots than you need to, and, you know, 2-putt or take another chip, it does not matter as long as you're out of here and you're not doing it for 4 or 5 shots. That's the killer. You know, I see it a lot. You know, it doesn't matter if it's a 5 handicapper or a 30 handicapper. I see it a lot where they're just stuck in the sand and getting more frustrated, which is forcing them to take more and more strokes. That's what we don't want. We want you out of the sand. We want you, you know, back on the nice green stuff and playing some good golf. Hopefully this helped. YouTube, we'll see you later.